Hello, my name is Deshaun Gillis, and for my project I did marketing communication, other words MarCom, because I felt that there's a strong importance to any business that wants a certain message to be broadcasted to their target market. Now, you can call this advertising because you're taking that message within the advertisement and broadcasting it to the masses or your target market. In this form of communication, the customer might not even know that they're reading the message hiding within the advertisement, but through colors and certain writing schemes, the ability to communicate without them knowing is very effective to make the client proceed to the next step, which is ultimately contacting the business. I feel like without marketing, there really is no way to get the client to step through the door. And without the client, the ability to run a sustainable business is not possible because you're not getting that revenue flow that you need to sustain the business. That's why I just feel like it's the most important way to communicate is the number one first overall thing that they're going to see is the advertisement or ad to get them to contact a business. Okay, for the interview, I interviewed a 2-year business owner who was president of a recording company in downtown Eau Claire named Royal Power Studios, LLC. He is the president of this company. His name is Andrew Rini, and we are actually 50-50 business partners. So we went half on this recording studio in downtown Eau Claire, and it's been open for 2 years now, and he really handles the communication side of the business. So once the client sees the advertisement and likes what they see in the advertisement, they're going to get a hold of us through the number, and he's really going to take care of the booking or any questions that the client has. So like what the rates are of the video or audio recording, and he's going to really schedule a time so I can show up and then get the job done. But I feel like without this marketing communication that we have in place, so what really is advertising? And so we sit down and discuss on where we should put these signs, where the most reach is, where the most frequency of the people of our target market is going to see. Okay, moving on now to analysis. So what I found within the interview, some good pointers that Andrew had to say. Without communication to the client through advertisements, the amount of business would be limited just to word of mouth. And I would have to agree with him because word of mouth can be very effective if you're just looking for that local population or that local market. But if you are looking to expand outwards towards a bigger market, advertising is definitely the most efficient way to go because the masses that you're reaching to or the frequency that you're reaching to through signs, commercials, radio ads, and even Facebook ads, social media ads, it all helps. And then once the client sees that message or your brand image that you're trying to build, and if depending on if they like it or not, they will contact you. And through the contact, then I believe through new businesses, I believe texting is a big part of new businesses starting up because it's within our generation. Moving on to my infographic, this just is really an overview of what marketing communication is. So the 3 series that covers MarCom. And then MC really is just covers the outlines and looks for what the customer wants. And this is to really identify where your brand sits within the market. And then moving on to positioning, this is identifying the ins and outs along with how attractive your product is to the customer's mind. So once you find what the customer thinks of your product, you're going to move on to the marketing message. And this is really going to be the message or the framework to show what your product is. And this is really just going to be the advertisement itself. Okay, moving on to my last slide I have here, which is important info. I just have that most of the time, or all the time, businesses are going to use communication, because without it, there's just no way that your voice is going to be heard to the client or customer, because of the millions of businesses within America trying to do the same thing. So you need to be heard. And then if you are heard, you just want to make sure that your message is strong enough and represents your brand where they're going to move on to the next step, which is contacting you. And so that's a very important key is to communication, and that's going to be almost 100% of the time the main thing running the business, because you need that message to be strong to get clients. But that's all I have for you in this presentation, and thank you for listening.